Welcome to Field of Jokes, where comedians break down sports films and we give you our uncensored hot takes. Oh, and we're continuing the Rocky saga with Allie Copes.
Yo.
She's our official Rocky aficionado.
Yep.
We're doing today Rocky 2, Secret of the Ooze. No, it's...
That's what they called me in college.
Oh, well, that's why we have Allie here. She has a dark side. We learned a lot about her before the show.
I love a good trauma dump.
Oh, she's got trauma.
Early morning.
That's a separate podcast. We'll put that on our Patreon.
It's called Word Vomit.
Yes. But Allie Copes here for Rocky 2, which is the greatest love story ever written.
Truly.
It really is.
I'm dead serious.
Me too.
It's all fueled in love.
It's definitely about love. We got marriage. We've got revenge. Oh, it's all there.
Yeah.
Rocky 2. And thank you for being our Rocky aficionado. Rocky 2. It started off a little bit here. It was made in 1979, where cool kids never have the time.
Whoa.
You know that lyric?
It sounds so familiar.
Smashing Pumpkins.
Fuck.
Yes.
I'm a band.
I'm an old man. These are my bands. But 1979, it made $200 million at the box office. That's pretty fucking good.
How much did Barbie make this year?
Oh, way more than that. I don't know, but it's...
Sorry, so...
Well, no, this is 1979. If there was...
Sorry.
Sylvester...
They weren't as overpopulated.
No. Yeah, that's true.
So,
but this movie, Rocky 2, stars Sylvester Stallone, known from his role from Stop or My Mom Will Shoot.
And Rocky 1.
Rocky 1, yes, yeah. He was in that one too, Rambo. But yeah, we got Rocky 2, and everybody should know Rocky.
Yes.
This is Rocky 2, and the characters are all back. Apollo Creed, Carl Weathers. We got Paulie. I know you
loses a lot of weight in this. Actually,
yeah, he looks good.
I'll say when I've been rewatching them, I don't hate him I still don't like him in 3.
Yeah.
But I like him in 2 and 4.
Okay, 2 and 4?
4, he's a lot better.
Yeah, 4, he's a lot better. He's softening up, but I mean...
He lost a lot of weight in the second one.
He did. He looked good.
Yeah.
On a diet of snow
cones. I wonder
cones.
what drugs he was doing. Oh, snow cones.
Remember, all he was eating snow cones.
Maybe I should try the snow cone diet.
It worked for Paulie. He goes, hey, I buy a snow cone machine for Paulie. I love him, Paulie. Yeah.
Fucking Paulie.
Oh, but yeah, I love Paulie, the rough brother. But hey, Talia Shire is Adrian.
Is it Talia or Talia?
I have no idea.
The wrong emphasis on the wrong syllable.
I'm an idiot.
It's okay.
But anyway, the girl from the Godfather movies.
Is she really?
Oh yeah, she was the daughter. Corleone's daughter. Yeah.
Oh, I guess I'll rewatch that today.
Oh,
I've only seen it once.
Oh yeah, she's the daughter. Corleone's the only daughter, sister of the family, and her husband's abusive. Come here, you guinea brat, you.
I'll
and he hits her
rewatch
with a
it
belt.
today.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I love a good belt.
Good, yes.
To hold my pants up.
Oh yeah,
don't worry.
Well, I like belts, but that's for masturbatory purposes. But we'll get into that. You'll see that in my obituary. Burgess Meredith back as Mickey. Mickey
Hey,
is
who
back.
played the chicken? I have a lot of questions about that.
There's a chicken in this movie.
I have so many questions about that. Should I wait or ask it now?
Well, we'll go through the order of the film for the most, and then we'll bring
Okay.
because that chicken scene is very important.
Well, there's 2.
Oh yes, now it's clicking in my head. Well, okay, we'll do 2 chicken scenes. There's a chicken in Rocky 2. It's amazing. But everybody's back. But yeah, Carl Weathers. Now the movie opens with the end of Rocky 1.
I love that they do that.
Me too.
Not for me personally, because I usually sit and watch them all right after the other, and it's like that's so rude that you think I wouldn't remember. But
yeah,
for normal people, I think that's so nice that they get the recap.
Yeah,
and they get to see everything.
And it's actually a little bonus footage from the end.
Yeah,
too.
with the fight when they were in Mickey's gym.
Mickey's gym, yeah. There's that. I mean, you always get most. So yeah, we start Rocky 2 at the end of Rocky 1, as we know, which makes Rocky 1 kind of I love. It's that Rocky doesn't win it.
Yeah.
So it's not cheesy like, oh, the underdog. No, he lost by decision, so it was fucking close.
But they want immediately. They're like rematch.
Yeah, because remember, in the middle of the fight, they show this at the beginning of Rocky 2.
Yeah.
Apollo's holding him, goes, "There's no rematch. There's no rematch." And Rocky's like, "I don't want one anyway."
He's like, "That's fine. We'll just kiss and make up."
Kiss and make up. But Rocky, he loses by a decision, which and Apollo's going nuts. But Rocky doesn't care. You know why?
Because he's in love with Adrian.
That's right.
That's so cute. I cry every single time at that scene.
I hate that. There's a few times in this movie I get a
You
watery.
choke up a little bit.
I do. I get the chills.
Yeah.
But yeah, he just look. He went the distance Nobody thought he could even hold his own against the champ, and he did.
Yeah.
He doesn't give a fuck.
They're so mean that they're like, we set this up as a show, and he doesn't realize it's a show, and he's actually taking it seriously.
And he technically, it's a decision, so so it's subjective. Did he win or not? He might have.
I think he won.
And a lot of people are talking, I think Rocky won, and we'll get into that. It pisses off Creed.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love that. He just wants Adrian. He goes, "Yo, Adrian! Yo, Adrian!" And it's so beautiful. His face is fucked up.
Yeah.
And he just wants Adrian. And she's there in her little red hat.
And she loses the hat in the crowd.
She doesn't care.
No.
She wants Rocky.
I know. He didn't like the hat anyway.
Well,
No, he makes a comment that he doesn't like her in hats and glasses.
Yeah, it's like Rocky. He's a sweet guy to a point. Yeah,
to a point, but he's very I don't know. He's a dude in the late 70s. But
he's kind of like Elvis. Like, I want you to have black hair.
I didn't realize he's 31 in the movie. It makes me feel so much better about myself. Yeah.
Well, no, that's the thing, because you're too old. You're washed up, Rocky.
Yeah, because Adrian was 30, and Polly's shitting on her. Well, she was living at home with her brother, working at a pet store.
Well, it's a tough. I don't know how much.
It's the late
pays.
70s in Philly, so I guess, and no one knows where their parents are. But it puts a lot into perspective because they're around my age, and I'm like, I feel better about myself.
No, it's okay. Look, you want to see sad? See this 42-year-old. Trust me, you'll feel a lot better about yourself.
Honestly, I think you just cured my depression.
I can do that.
I'm going off my meds.
I'm like one of those things. What do you call where they send the children to prison? Scared straight.
Scared straight. Yeah.
Scared straight for 30-year-olds that are freaked out about their lives.
Thank you. Next Sunday, I'm turning a corner.
Oh, yeah. You'll be like, whoa. You see Geof Piccarreta in the wild. It is...
I'll see everything clear.
A lot clearer, believe me.
Everything's brighter.
I'm going to shoot myself after the show.
That's cool.
But after we do the other Rocky. But yes, he just wants to see Adrian. Rocky, I didn't realize, I don't like the hat, don't like the glasses.
Yeah.
He's sweet other than that.
Yeah.
All right, we'll give him that. But hey, he just wanted Adrian.
Yep.
And the movie starts off, which I love. Okay, they both go to the hospital, Creed and...
Oh, fuck, I forgot about that.
Yeah, because their faces...
Yeah.
It's
this is so funny, though, because they're just, children, and they're just, trying to fight, but they can't.
In the wheelchairs.
Creed is just, verbally assaulting him. Rocky's just bro, I don't know what the fuck is going on.
Oh, yeah.
And then I just imagine, how the nurse felt, the dude, the nurse, pushing him around, because he's like... fuck is happening right now?
Was he an idiot? Was he not watching the biggest fight of the year?
No, but he's probably just bro, I just clocked in. it's time for my 12-hour. It's 7 p.m.
Yeah.
I just thought it was going to be a chill day, changing catheters. Now I have fucking Rocky Balboa here.
That'd probably make your day.
Yeah, I got. Well, he was knocked out for the most part anyway because they gave him surgery.
That's
and
true.
He's going under and he's just talking about God knows what.
Oh, yeah. You probably looked under the thing, looked at his dick.
Have you ever had surgery and they put you under?
I've had, what do you call it?
General? No.
Where they take your root canal. Not root canal.
Oh, your wisdom.
Wisdom,
teeth.
yeah.
Yeah, clearly they took all your wisdom just now.
Oh! I got molested by the doctor.
Wow,
you want to talk about
for
trauma?
You. Some tooth tickling?
Yeah, no, more than tooth tickling.
Oh.
Yeah,
but it's fun when they put you under and they start counting. Yeah. I went under one time and they're like, tell us a joke. And this was years ago when no one realized that I actually wasn't funny. And I was just like, do you want to hear a joke about pizza? And at this point, they're just about to put it on. And they're like, what? And I was like, never mind, it's too cheesy. And the last words that I heard from my surgeon were, that wasn't funny. And I'm like, bro, if I died right now, those are the last words I'm going to hear.
Oh,
and it would have been so nice.
That's a tragedy.
But it's okay. Anyway.
But Rocky too.
Yeah, he's just fucking going at it.
Yeah. I'm going to charge a copay.
Yeah. Yeah, he doesn't even have insurance.
He doesn't? Rocky. Well, no, I'm sure
he does after the fact. But
well, this is the thing. What I love about this movie, when they're going in the ambulances, it starts off with music by the great Bill Conti. He made the Rocky Getting Stronger Now. He's made the score. The beginning of the movie, Rocky 2, Dose, they're in the ambulances and there's a remix.
Yeah, they start getting a little bit more intense with it. Where the first version of it was very very, very chill. And then they start adding more as the movies progress. And I'm like, y'all aren't fucking around right now.
Yeah, this musical score by Bill Conti. He does a little remix.
He's killing it.
Yeah, I think remix. I think it's called Redemption, I believe. I believe the name. I've been listening to it a lot, actually. but it's a little funkier version. Yeah, they go into the hospital, which is one of my favorite scenes because they're in wheelchairs yelling at each other.
Yeah, and it's just
Creed
like old men at like a retirement home.
Yes, but who just have CTE. And
I love that for them though.
Oh, I love that. Their faces are fucked up, and it's funny because in 1970, well, as a kid, I watched these in the 80s. I didn't really have high definition, so the makeup looked pretty good.
Yeah,
but now with higher definition,
like it's all patchy.
Yeah, it looks like Halloween makeup.
Sure.
Now. They're scarred, and that's just because the technology has changed.
Yeah, and they didn't have good makeup.
No. But in the 70s, yeah, because you could horrible definition. But what was great,
the nurse.
Apollo freaking out, which is great. He goes, Apollo scream. Rocky's like he's
so out of it.
He's out of it. And Apollo's angry. He goes, one of my favorite lines: "Nobody goes the distance with the champ. You lucky. I want a rematch."
And Rocky's just like, the fuck is happening?
He's
right
like,
now?
I thought you didn't want a rematch. I want you again, Rocky. You don't go the distance. Isn't it great, Apollo? He
does not give a fuck.
Oh yeah, I mean that's like the best.
That's
hospital.
his entire personality, though. Throughout the entire series, he's just like, I'm too fucking proud for this bullshit.
He's a showman.
I mean, we see that it is to a fault, but
we'll go. Yeah, we'll do that next.
Can we talk about the fact that when Rocky's in post-op and his like head is all bandaged,
looks like an egg.
And you're not wrong. But the nurse comes in, and like visiting hours are over.
Yeah,
and she's just like, can you sign this for my kid? Because they're a huge fan. And it says, like, to my close friend, whatever. Yeah. And Rocky signs it. He's like, my close friend, I don't even fucking know you.
Yeah. I love that. He's nice. He says it when she's away.
Right, yeah. But it's just, like, the most honest thing of, like, what the fuck is going on right now?
That nurse should be fired. That's
honestly, that was so fucked up.
Yeah, you don't.
Like, girl.
Well, he was signing. He goes, oh, my hands are sore. I'm like, this guy's not feeling well,
right.
bitch.
And she's like, it's fine. I'll probably give you something later anyway. Take the edge off. I'll give you more morphine if you give me more autographs. Just under the table, though. We won't even log it.
That's a good idea. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, nowadays, Rocky, can I have a selfie? You know,
yeah, right.
Like
and he's just like zonked out.
Yeah.
They just put him under more if he says no. Oh, yeah. That's concerning.
I want that bitch fired.
Yeah.
Visiting hours over. No, you're fired.
Out of here.
Yeah.
And then he rolls into Creed's room.
That scene was beautiful. Can I tell you that scene?
Well, because he's like, hey, Creed.
Yeah.
Can you tell me one thing? Did you give everything you got? He's like, yeah.
Yeah, well, I love how Creed said it. He just rolls in and opens the door slightly. Creed's there in his fancy pajamas.
Oh, of course.
And he goes, hey, yo, did you give me your best shot? Can I ask you a question? And Creed, like when he first asked him, can I ask you a question? Creed's like, yeah, like just an asshole.
Sure.
But then he released his pride. Mm-hmm. And I love how he said, when Rocky asked him, did you give me your best shot? He goes, yeah. It was a vulnerable moment. I loved.
Right? Yeah, I think it was the pajamas kind of.
Pajamas.
It was a vulnerable moment, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
He's exposed.
He's exposed. A guy who is arrogant, and I just loved. Yeah, like he just admitted.
Like he knew that he probably didn't fully earn that W.
No, yeah, there was, and that's why we. It's on his mind. He knows.
Oh yeah.
But great. But hey, Rocky gets out of the hospital. Oh, there's one more funny scene in the hospital. Paulie, Rocky goes, "How's my face look?" And Paulie goes, I wouldn't want it. You know?
Paulie is just progressively, I hate him less and less. Like,
less and less.
He just like sprinkles on little gems. Yeah. I'm just like, okay, Paulie.
Him and his sister have honesty, and I like that about both of them. And then Paulie, of course, Rocky, I mean, he wasn't on his deathbed, but he asked, hey, can I get your old job, then with the mobster?
Oh, right.
Doing collections.
Yeah.
And Rocky goes, yeah, I'll put in a word. And hey, I mean... But what was the mobster's name? This guy, I had it right here.
He was honestly so supportive, though.
He was.
He was like a really nice boss for a mob boss.
Yeah, Gazzo. He played by John Spinell, who was in The Godfather 2. They go, hey, what happened? I heard about his heart attack. It's no heart attack. It's great. He was in
there. Oh, wait.
Godfather 2. No, good.
No, he was in The Wedding.
In The Wedding? Yeah, in Godfather 1.
No, in Rocky's Wedding. That's right.
Yes, yeah. Rocky's Wedding.
So a nice little crossover with him and Adrian.
Yeah, and he was in Taxi Driver with De Niro.
I haven't seen that one.
Great movie. John Spinell. He always has that face. He looks like a mobster.
I love his glasses, though.
Oh, I want those.
I should have gotten those frames instead.
Well, I want the shaded tint. But, so Paulie asked for his old job with going down the docks, making collections.
Can you imagine just, like, you forgot to pay, like, a bookie something, and you're, like, at work doing, like, moving bricks around.
Yeah.
And this little dude with a snow cone comes up. And he's like, I'm going to fucking put your face in this right now. And that's like the worst part. Or he's like, I'm going to give you grape. And like no one likes grape. And you're like, fuck.
Nobody likes grape. I don't want a snow cone in the middle of November. But
no, my hands are frozen right now. And we're in Phoenix.
Yeah, it's not good. But Paulie's drunk and probably doesn't feel anything when you hit him. So yeah, I don't know. But Paulie was in good shape. He looked a little thin.
I know. I think it was meth.
No.
Well, okay. You know, in Friends, this might be too soon, but like in Friends, it was also like at the end of a season where Chandler looks normal, and then like I think he like proposes to Monica, and then the season ends, and at the new season he drops like 40 pounds, but it's literally the same day, like same moment, and he's just so much skinnier.
Rest in power, Matthew.
Yeah. Oh, poor guy. Yeah. But it reminded me of that. It had to have been either drugs or snow cones.
I'm gonna go with drugs.
Or he could be putting drugs in the snow cones.
Or you fell asleep in the hot tub.
So when you put peanut butter around a pill so you can eat it.
Yeah, that's well, are you a dog? I mean, that's what you do to dogs.
Peanut butter. Oh. My nickname as a kid was Peanut Butter.
Oh.
Anyway.
Well, my nickname was the King of Sting, Apollo Creed, but Master of Disaster. Apollo Creed, that was his nickname. But yes, we got it.
No, he had like 10 different nicknames. It wasn't just one.
They're awesome.
Yeah. So like as they're bringing him out, they just keep going and going. Yeah. And then they just have Rocky and they're like, the Italian Stallion.
Which is
a
good.
Fucking butcher shop on his shirt.
It's great, but King of Sting.
Yeah.
That was my favorite one for Apollo. But yeah, Rocky gets out of the hospital.
Well, and as they're wheeling them out, this is where like everything starts to change with his own future, because the first thing that happens, well, first of all, someone signs his cast, or like the dude rolls by in a head cast, like a full body, and he's like, yo, can you sign this? And I forgot what he said to the guy, but it was something very like Rocky and tacky.
I forgot. Yes, it was something, but it was funny. Corny,
and it was
Rocky.
like right on his head.
Yeah.
No, but as they're walking out, they have like, I want to say it was like an advertiser.
Yeah, these advertisers.
And they're like trying to sell him on shit, and he's like, I'll call you. And they're like, no, don't worry, I'll call you.
Yeah. Well, they make sure these guys are like, hey, Rocky, you're big now. We get advertisements. We get you deodorant, shoes, everything.
All of this fucking shit. And he's like, bro, I literally just got my face sewn up.
Yeah,
like,
your
please
face.
Stop it.
Yeah, I mean, he needs money because he has no job. But these guys are like, they're kind of scumbaggy. Hey. The guy wanted Rocky to sign a contract on the guy's head.
As he's walking out.
Well, the guy who had a cast on his head, he wanted him to sign it on his head.
Yeah.
Use your head. I'm like, this guy's a scumbag.
Yeah. Oh, that's what he said.
Yeah.
No, but as they're walking away, and then the guy's like, he's not going to call us. But then they fast forward to the zoo.
The zoo's
I
very
would like
important.
to give you a broad timeline of him and Adrian, because they start going out on Thanksgiving, right? And they do a little smoochy smooch in his apartment, and then
they fucked.
I mean, she looked a lot happy. She had a glow about her.
Oh yeah, she come some way.
I mean, honestly though, it's Rocky. Like, good for her. I'm so jealous. 7 weeks is approximately like the time frame between Thanksgiving and New Year's, which is when the fight was. Right. He proposes like right after, so they've been together for maybe 2 months.
Can't fight love.
No. And he goes to the zoo and he's talking about the tigers. And he's talking to the tigers.
Which I love.
Yes. And he's like, hey, I don't know. I have a question for you. Would you mind maybe marrying me?
Where was
Do you have the quote? You wrote it down? I'm doing this all off the top of my head. If you wouldn't mind.
I would love to do the quote. Yes, he takes her to the zoo in the snow. He goes, I like going to the zoo in the snow. It's the wintertime.
The tigers.
And there's tigers.
Who does that? In my head, I'm just like, that would never fly nowadays. No one would put a tiger in the snow. And there was nobody else in the zoo.
Well, Bengal tigers, there's pictures of them in the snow.
But there was no one else in the zoo.
I want to go to the zoo in
It was
January.
an empty, there weren't like any restraints. They could Tiger King that shit.
That's true. We get Joe Exotic in there.
Yeah, he was probably an extra.
Oh, he probably tried to bang Rocky. Hey, Rocky, I want you up your ass. Well, here we go. Yes, you're at the zoo, and they see the tiger, which a tiger is very prominent. Eye of the tiger.
Oh, shit.
His jacket.
Whoa,
we'll get in the jacket. Yeah.
And the car.
The music, everything's. He loves tigers.
Yeah.
And he sees the tiger, and he asks her to propose.
That's symbolism?
I think it is.
He had to have. But she's wearing her fucking earmuffs, and she's like, what?
Well, we got to ask the question, though.
Oh.
This is word for
I
word.
thought you already asked the question.
He goes, well, no, this is the exact question.
Okay,
He goes,
I'm about to get proposed to. Hang on.
If you wouldn't mind. I got to get in the character.
This is the only time I'm ever going to hear this. Go on.
If you wouldn't mind marrying me too much. And then she goes, what? And takes the earmuff.
Yeah. He's like,
Hey, if you wouldn't mind marrying me too much.
She's like, yeah.
Yes. Yes, I just love Adrian. She has that sweetness. Mm-hmm. She's excited.
She's very
but she's shy.
mousy.
I know.
Yeah.
She's
now.
And she gets alpha Adrian later, but
Alpha Adrian.
But no, she it was just cute. It's sweet. And it
was very wholesome. It was very low key. Like, again, that wouldn't happen nowadays, and I wish it would. Of just like two people going to an abandoned zoo in the middle of the winter, 8 weeks after they meet.
Yeah.
Adorable. And then they just propose, and it's just so cute. But
yeah, you can't. Love is undefeated when there's true love, and that is a true love story.
Or actually, too, because they move in within 3 weeks.
Oh yeah. That's quick. Yeah.
Yeah, that was very fast.
In that beautiful studio apartment
with the knife in the wall.
Oh yeah.
For his coat rack.
Hey, look.
Honestly, I need to use him as a decorator.
His house is more decorated.
Just like a springy mattress. He's like, it's pretty good.
It's not bad. You got a lot of Josh Allen pictures for a 42-year-old man. It's kind of gay. That's what he'd say to me. But anyways, hey, the wedding. We got Gazzo there, the mobster. Everybody's there.
You have Adrian's coworker, because she doesn't have friends. It's just Adrian's coworker from the pet store as her maid of honor.
That's right.
And then you have Polly, and then you have Mickey and the mobster.
Yeah, small wedding, beautiful, intimate.
And then was it a priest?
There was a priest, and he was speaking
like
in
only Italian.
Latin. I think was he doing Latin or Italian?
I'm Jewish. I don't know what they do in there.
Oh, that's Josh. Does it sound like I'm echoey a little bit? Hello, Joshua.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry, do I sound echoey? I sound echoey. We'll keep going. Let's pretend.
It's fine. Everything's fine.
We're professional. We keep
that's
going.
That's a you problem.
It is. There's a lot of you problem. Yeah, I was hearing. Okay, well, a little inside baseball for the kids. Yes, the wedding. He had the priest. Very small wedding. And a very funny moment. The mobster, Gazzo, goes up to Rocky. He goes, how much you make on that fight? He goes, $37,000. And he goes, hey, Rocky, let's put that on the street, maybe. You want Rocky to be be a loan shark. There we go. Now we sound good.
Oh.
Yeah, see, I told you. But Rocky was, there we go. He, back to the mobster. We'll cut this part out.
Just redo everything.
No. So, you want Rocky? Hey, put the money out on the street, Rock, But Rocky's like, no, I got to think of it. But he goes, hey, why don't you invest in condominiums? You make a loan.
Oh, fuck. I love this. I don't know the quote off the top of my head because this was 2 weeks ago. But honestly, one of my favorite moments in this entire franchise.
Yes, Rocky's reaction goes, invest in condominiums. And Rocky was like, I don't use those. He's a simple man.
Well, and then he's like, bro, I just got married.
Yeah, well, you asking me about money right now. 37 G's. I guess in the 70s.
In late 70s?
Yeah.
In Philly?
But I'm thinking that was a big fight. There's an arena, pay-per-view.
But also, they agreed that, Rocky, they purposely pick him because he's the underdog that has no exposure to anything, so they butt-fucked him.
They did a little bit, and Rocky really butt-fucked the man because he goes on a little spending spree.
Well, not yet. My favorite thing is when they get married.
Yeah.
And he's literally just carrying Adrian through all of Philly.
Oh, beautiful scene, yes.
And he's like, yo, if I knew you were this light, I would carry you everywhere. And then they, walk past a group of people, which...
You know who that is.
Hang on. Who?
We talked about the one, Frank Stallone, his brother.
No, did we? Oh, fuck. Because when he was training in Rocky 3.
He was singing, yeah.
Well, actually, there's another callback to that because when they're walking and they start singing, maybe it wasn't in that exact scene, but on the street, they do start singing. And then it's the same little ditty that he's teaching Adrian when they're laying in bed in Rocky 3. And it's the do.
Oh, we got a continuation here.
Yeah.
I like this.
But so he's just carrying her through the street. And then he's just like, that's a nice dress on you.
Yeah.
And then they just kick the dog off the bed.
But it's I like when he's bringing her up the stairs. That's another thing. He goes, you've come a long way when we first met. You wore 20 sweaters. And
see, that's what I'm saying. He didn't like that.
Yeah, but I thought he was joking, being so over dramatic. You had 20. She was it was only 3. She was like, Adrian's just so sweet.
She just puts up with it.
I want to hug her. She's like, you are a
so
sweet
precious,
girl.
But also, I'm so envious of her.
Oh, yeah, because she get the bang Rocky. So oh, fuck yeah. I'm telling you.
I told you I have a picture of him in my kitchen, right?
Yeah, you did. He's one of your heroes. Mm-hmm. And masturbatory aids, I heard. Yeah.
You're not wrong.
No, that's get Paulie's mine.
Cool. Honestly, I could see that. It makes sense.
Yeah.
You just get off to sing snow cones.
I love snow cones and fedoras. And which is the name of my gay porn. But
I think I saw that actually.
yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
But what I also like when the guy at the trash can sang a flaming trash can. That's his brother, Frank Stallone.
You know, they were actually filming The Warriors that same day, not the same city somehow, but they transported the entire
very similar.
set.
Yeah, I mean it's a very easy set to do.
It's crazy.
Well, that's New York. That's Philly. There's a big
Same place. Whatever.
Same place.
That's
Yeah.
fine. A lot of leather.
But here's the thing: singing over a burning trash can, Frank Stallone.
That's romance.
It is, and those harmonies. Oh, white boys got harmony.
They're like good.
Yeah.
It's very confusing. It's like in any Disney movie where you would have like an ensemble of mice
just
singing to you at random spot, and they're in the entire
neighborhood.
all of the Rockies.
What do you say? Yeah, I know he brings his brother in these movies, which I love. Goes to like the neighborhood jukebox, and I love it. I love his brother.
So
and back in the 90s, Norm Macdonald would often make fun of Frank Stallone, but
really?
Oh yeah, but I love Frank Stallone. But yes, they're married. Now here we go, the spending spree.
Yes.
He's got money.
Yes.
Buys Rolexes.
He's me. Anytime I get any sort of money, like I have to spend it. His justification for buying watches is like the most girl math thing I've ever seen. Where he's just like, Adrian's like,
this is too expensive.
We like really don't need any of she's the brains of the whole operation. She's like, babe, we don't need this. He's like, yeah, but like you need to know what time it is. And this is nice. This is nice, right?
That's why he's the best.
Yeah.
He really is. Yeah, I love that. Yeah, he does. He really is. He's just funny.
Yeah.
But we don't need this, Rocky. It's so expensive. But
He's
then
like,
she's like, no.
Yo, Adrian, what about this fur? You would look really nice in this fur. She's like, dude, okay.
But she was like, no, okay, actually, it's kind of nice, Rocky. Yeah,
they were like totally fucking on that fur when they got home.
Oh yeah, he got 2 furs that day.
Two beavers. Oh,
70s fur. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, beavers.
But thing too, he bought a car, which do you know how to drive?
He's like, yeah, I know how to drive, and he's just
like
stalling the entire time.
I'm not a car guy, but that Trans Am, which probably looked cool.
There was a tiger on it.
It was a tiger, and he's hitting trash cans, and it's Philadelphia. You probably could use public transit.
That's what I looked like driving here this morning.
You did? You hit trash cans?
Yeah, my little Toyota Corolla, just like speeding down. It's fine.
Well, no, I'm sure you did great. You're here alive, and that's all that matters. But yeah, the tiger jacket. He buys a jacket with a tiger sewn into the back.
So tacky. And then he has a little fedora. He gets but it's always sideways.
Oh yeah, you got.
It's always cocked to the side.
That's Sinatra style. That's how you do it there.
Yeah.
Okay, then when they're married, he's spending money, buys a house, doesn't want to look upstairs. No, sure, there's an upstairs.
This is real nice. We can put a TV set right there.
Yeah, and it's like, oh, put a bag right here. You know,
this is real nice.
I mean, it looked like a nice place.
Take a shot every single time he just says, this is real nice.
Yeah, he doesn't think.
No. Actually, go ahead.
No, I mean, this is what causes some financial issues for Balboa. Yes,
but also she's just like, let me pull my husband to the side. And he's like, no, yo, Adrian, he's doing his job. And so he's just like, we'll take it. I'm like, bro, if that was the process when I bought my place, I would be so much younger.
Oh, yeah, I know.
I'm like, how was that so easy for them?
Oh, I know. When you have that money guaranteed,
Oh, yeah, we'll take it. No inspection.
Nothing.
Sir?
No.
You saw that the basement was fine.
Yeah, the hardwood floors, that looked pretty good.
Pretty nice. Yeah. They're definitely going to cover it up with shag carpet.
Oh, yeah, Rocky would and put plastic on the furniture.
Oh, yeah.
They'll Guido that place up quick.
But, so then he starts doing commercials. Because then the guy ends up doing all the deals with him. And they're putting him in all these fucking scenarios, and they give him, like, the really fucked up prosthetics when he's, like, trying to sell, like, I forgot what
deodorant.
Was it? Yeah,
well,
or like aftershave
costumes.
Or something.
Yeah.
So the barbarian, and he can't get his lines, and they're just like, yo, read the dummy lines. And he's like, hey, yo, like, I might speak a little slow, but, you know, I'm not stupid.
Yeah, the dummy cards.
Yeah.
But let's set that up a little bit there. So he's doing commercials, he needs money. Sure. And he's getting the makeup done, and it
looks so bad.
Oh, I know. It's like he's dressed up like
it's like the type of prosthetic, like
a Flintstone. He looks.
I was gonna say if they tried doing like a Rocky porn,
right?
That's what they would use for the makeup.
Well, I'm talking the first one. He's like looks like Bam Bam from the
and they just lock him in a cage.
Yeah, first he's getting the makeup done, and then the 2 sleazeball.
Yeah,
you look great, Rocky. You look beautiful. You're gorgeous, Rocky.
And Adrian's just standing there. She's like, "Do we really?
How do I look, Adrian?" She's like
different.
And then he gets up because. He goes, how do I look? You look good. She's honest.
Well, and then I think he says something, and then she's like, yeah, like, let's get out of here.
Yeah. Like, well, first they gets in the cage. He can't read the lines. And this director is an asshole.
Oh, and he's like, You're wasting all my fucking time. But like the dummy line thing just made me so
dummy
sad.
cards. Yeah.
It was just like, oh, bud.
Well, before that, that director, he did not get punched. Rocky should have beat the ever-loving shit out of him.
Rocky's a Rottweiler. Like, if you think about his personality style, like, he is a Rottweiler, where, like, he looks big and scary. He could beat someone's ass if he needs to, but also he's just so derpy and adorable.
No, that's why we love Rocky. Yeah. That's why we love him. But this director, I don't think anybody would have been mad if he beat the shit out of this guy.
No.
This guy was a dick. He's like, come on, I work with professionals. What's going on here?
This guy isn't a fucking professional.
It's like a deodorant commercial. This isn't Citizen Kane. Calm the fuck down, you know? Yeah. And if you're working with a professional athlete, you're not going to get a great performance.
No, just have him like put it on before training. That would be so much easier.
A montage with a voiceover.
But I guess like in the 70s, how were their commercials?
Yeah, that's true. But he basically he was in a cage with these two hot ladies holding deodorant, and
they're just standing there like in boxing outfits, and he's just like,
oh, I get in a fight, I will have to shave.
And he's just wearing the gloves around his neck, and he's just like, you wasted 5 hours of our day. And I'm like,
it was the beginning of more down times for Rocky, where I need to get a job.
Oh, yeah.
Great scenes, too.
Well, so the thing is, though, is that at this point, isn't this the point where Creed is like, I want a rematch?
Yes.
Yeah.
I love he's in the office
in the suit. Because Rocky's just trying to like get his shit together.
He's trying to get a
job.
And
he's like trying to get a job, and everyone's like, why don't you try some manual labor? He's like, yo, I just want to sit in an office like you. How can I get an office job? That's actually how my job hunt has been going right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's why they won't hire me. Because I'm like, I just want to work like you.
Get a
and all my Zoom meetings, Yeah. And so then he starts seeing all this shit in the press. Like, he doesn't even know that Creed wants to fight him until he like goes to Mickey's gym. And they're like, yo, Mickey wants to talk to you, right? Or like, there's someone inside for you. And, like, Mickey doesn't even know. And he goes, and I guess someone's like, yeah, he wants to rematch. And he's like, I don't know about that. Yeah. And they're like, it's a lot of money. And he's like, I don't want to. And then, like, because they fucked up his eye in the first one. Yeah. And they're like, I don't know, because he had surgery in the start of the movie. Yeah. And so they're like, you really shouldn't do that. And then he knocks up Adrian.
That's true. She gets, he goes to the oncologist. Great
yeah.
But before this, what set it up, Apollo has his meeting with his people, his trainer, what's his name?
I can't remember the name, but he's a homie. And
I love him.
We love him.
I had it right here. He's my favorite. Throw in the damn towel. That's another movie.
Oh, fuck.
Tony. He is a trainer, Tony.
Yes.
Well, this was great. They're having a meeting, Apollo and this fancy. You wear suits when you have a meeting with the King of Sting.
When you're by Creed, if you say his name, you should be wearing a suit. I'm underdressed just having this conversation.
I feel wrong because I go into church in sweats. But yeah, when you have a meeting with the King of Sting, you wear a damn suit. And they're in there, and he wants a rematch. I want a rematch. Nobody goes the distance. And then Joe's like, no, you don't want this guy in your life.
Well, it's also because they're getting hate mail because he's in his mansion.
Oh,
and his wife, poor thing, but she's just like, so we got mail, and she was like, you don't have to read it because he's getting death threats.
Well, hate mail.
Yeah.
They're okay. Well, this is the thing, kids. Back in the day, there was a thing called mail. This was like on the Instagram. Have comment section,
like a DM.
Yeah, these are DM/comment sections. And back in the day, there was a service where they provide letters.
You would actually have to pay to send someone hate mail.
Yeah, you'd have to find the person's actual home address.
Yeah.
And send
it was in the Yellow Pages.
Oh, that's probably true. Yeah.
So, that part wasn't difficult.
The King of Sting is not listed. You take that out, bitch.
He wants people to know how much his fucking house was worth. Are you kidding me?
Oh, probably. The Hollywood tours. But he's sitting there reading the hate mail, and his wife, don't read it.
Can you imagine if they're just doing Hollywood tours, and it's just people putting hate mail in his mailbox as they drive by?
I think that was in the scene, but Sylvester edited it.
Yeah, that would have
been a good scene.
Yeah.
But he's throwing the mail around the house like... God damn it, Apollo. But he was reading the hate mail, and that's normal.
Sure.
You don't want to see it.
But he's also like one of the most egotistical humans, and so of course that's going to like fuel his rage.
Well, the problem is the hate mail was just stuff. You threw the fight. You're not the champ.
They're just like, you're a pussy.
You're a pussy.
He's like, fuck.
So he wants a rematch. He's in that meeting, and Tony, which I love his trainer, he's getting his face. He's like, you don't want him in your life. That you knocked him down. He kept coming back. Get him out. And he was not he was getting real, wasn't he? He was getting real.
Yeah.
And then Apollo, when he set up a PR campaign, get in his head. We'll get him out of the shadows.
They're just shitting on him the entire time.
Yeah, because Creed is a genius.
Oh, he's a very smart businessman.
He's like, okay, we'll antagonize him, call him a chicken.
Yeah.
And remember that ad?
Oh, yeah.
It was a cartoon
and he
with
has like
Apollo.
chicken legs or something.
Yeah, or his head was
right?
twisted like a chicken.
Yeah.
Okay, well, keep in mind, Rocky needs work. Nobody's hiring him.
Yeah.
Didn't he lose his job at the meatpacking plant because he's
Oh,
union?
yeah, so he gets laid off. Oh, so
Yeah.
relatable. So they bring him in.
Yeah.
He's like, can I start today? And they're like, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
And then he brings him up. He's like, well, you're the newest one here. He's like, can I finish out the day?
Yeah, he was week to week there.
Yeah. But Adrian's knocked up. And then she's like, because he's in the basement punching things. And he's like, and he's like, I'm not, I don't want to, like, they're going back and forth on whether or not he should fight because he's all fucked up from that last fight.
Yeah.
And then she's like, I'll work if I need to. And then she goes to the fucking pet store to work there part time. And then she gets in that fight with Polly.
Oh,
Am I
we're not
jumping
there.
ahead?
I'm
jumping way ahead.
But yes, there's a funny line which he said. Yeah, it's okay. Well, yeah, he works at the meat plant. We'll skip past the meat plant. Yeah, but he got laid off because he's week to week there.
Yeah.
And then Paulie, he talks to Mick. Hey, I want to get back in the gym and work. And Mick, he like, you can sweep up my spit, whatever. You know. Okay, here's the thing. Okay, yeah, she's pregnant. He wants to fight, and then he's out of work.
Yep.
And then Adrian, she goes, I could work part time at the pet store if you want. And he's like, no. Well, what if you get some kind of pet shop disease?
He's so sweet.
Yeah, he was
But
nice.
also, if he didn't buy that fur coat.
It's normal.
This is how I get, too, of, like, I'll spend too much money.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, oh, I should have saved that for, like, important adult things.
He needed a money manager.
Yeah.
But here's another thing. He goes, I'm the man. I provide.
And
So-
it broke my heart.
Yeah.
And then he's like, I'll go back to training right now. And then I thought he was going to, like, bring the punching bag out of the ceiling.
No, he stopped. He, like, contemplated. He's like...
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, I'm going to fight. And then he sees the things. Mick is like, you can get this guy. You can get him again.
Well, no. Well,
Yeah.
But then, so Mick wants him to train, and then he's trying to train.
Yeah.
And he's just like, mentally, he's not there.
Well, before, when Mick, this is a big key, Mick knocks on the door, and Adrian thought she told him,
fuck.
You're done fighting.
Yeah.
You promised me.
Right.
And then Mick's like, we got him. And then she's standing at the side of the steps, that scowl.
And her little pregnant lady nightie.
Yeah, it's sweet. And
Her
then,
moo-moo.
and she knows he's going to fight again,
Yeah.
and she walks away. In the silence of a woman, anger,
It speaks volumes.
it gets in his head. That's what fucks up his training.
Well, yeah. Because I forgot what he said, but basically it was like, what I'm going to do is way more important than what you think. It was like kind of one of the first times where Rocky is not putting his relationship first.
Yeah.
And she knows because she's like,
Yeah.
I'm not used to this bullshit.
Well, they need money, and,
Yeah.
and fighting will bring you money.
Right.
But there was another key line he said to her when she wanted him to quit fighting. She's sitting on the bed with that T-shirt that said "baby" with an arrow pointing down her stomach, and he goes up. One of my favorite lines in the movie. She's trying to get Rocky. They said you shouldn't fight, and then he's like, "Look, Adrian, I don't ask you to stop being a woman. Please don't ask me not to be a man." It's beautiful.
I just got chills.
You did, wasn't that?
Yeah. The whole thing is just about him, like, it's, okay, this one is
Masculine.
all about pride, though. Like,
Yeah.
Rocky 2, actually, honestly, all of them are about pride, if you think about it. But,
Creed and Rocky.
yeah.
There is pride about both of them in
Yeah,
different
they're
ways.
very similar.
And then, he trains, but she's in his head.
Yeah. Well, because there's, like, that sense of guilt, because he's like, bro, my wife is working at a fucking pet shop right now while I'm trying to, like, punch things, and I can't fucking do it. And isn't it this one, too, where Mickey's like, does he decide training or, like, fighting regular as opposed to southpaw?
Yes, he goes, this is the strategy, because they're watching the tape.
Yeah.
He goes, listen what you do. You're southpaw. You fight the whole one right-handed.
No. It was because he needs to protect his eye, though. Because he's training with Mickey.
Yeah.
And was that this one where he does, like, the finger thing?
Yeah, and he slaps him.
And he slaps him, and he's like, you won't be able to see anything. And so he's like, you need to fucking protect that eye, which is also why they wanted him to fight regular.
Yeah.
Also, I'm also southpaw.
Oh, nice.
Fun fact.
Southpaw should be outlawed.
And then he explains what southpaw means when
Yeah.
he's on his first day with Adrian.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. But so they start training him that way, but he doesn't want to be there. He's like him training in that is what I look like normally training, where I'm like, I don't want to be here. Everything sucks. But then Mickey pulls out this strategy because he's like, you need to work on your speed.
Yeah.
So then we're standing in an alleyway. He gets a chicken.
Love this scene.
I have questions about this chicken. Whose chicken is it? Is it Mickey's chicken?
Huh.
Is that also where Rocky gets the eggs in Rocky 1?
That is because is there a farm in South Philly? I don't know about it.
Is it like a rooftop farm with like pigeons too? Like, where does he get this chicken?
That's a good question. Probably there's a Chinese market down the road.
But then it like comes back. So, is it the same chicken?
There's a lot of
There are a lot of holes in the plot line.
I gotta be honest, I didn't give it a second thought, but that's a good point.
Yeah.
It could be Chinatown, like in New York. Yeah, give me one of those chickens before you kill it. We'll let Rocky.
Well, there is like the little market that he runs by every day.
That's right. It was
But
Italian.
I genuinely think like Mickey just has a secret life and he just like raises chickens.
He does. Mickey has a little
And
farm.
he just like sits with his little mini TV and his little earpiece and he just sits there like petting his chicken.
There
He's
you go.
just doing things.
That chicken is hard to catch. And the point of the chicken, though, is another great line, too, because Rocky's wearing that gray sweatshirt with all the holes. He goes, it brings me luck. He goes, yeah, thing brings us flies. Mick is just a great ass.
I paused it because I'm a female and he's like the originator of like the perks of gray sweatpants.
He probably is.
He is.
Yeah, and that dick
It's
was
not
swinging.
a probably. It was. I took a photo of my screen.
Yeah, even in the 70s, definitely. No, you should screenshot as a kid. Yeah,
did.
Yeah, I was like, maybe I'm gay.
It's saved in my phone.
It went through my head a couple times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You can't not.
Well, like we told, I think Stallone did do a porn before Rocky back in the day.
Would not surprise me.
Yeah.
The whole time, Adrian!
Adrian,
That's the inspo for the whole movie.
Yes. Am I sounding echoey again? Just curious. Check in. Yeah, we'll keep it going. We'll keep it killing.
But so he's training.
Yes, and
I keep jumping, so I want you to lead, and then I'll sprinkle in.
Okay, yeah, they're training.
Yes.
And basically, yes, Mickey, he could tell Rocky's head's not in. He feels bad about Adrian.
He has too many things going on, too many distractions.
Yeah, he's got that going on. So he's not focused, and Mick's had enough. Let's say I want to give Mick a compliment in this movie. Not a lot of racial slurs from Mick in this movie.
Yeah, he does a lot better.
No Italian racial slurs from Mick, but he does have one that I love. He's training this kid. He goes, "Come on, you Latin lame brain," and that made me laugh. It's like
I just imagine that he actually had no written script, and they just found like that is Mickey, and they just found this old Jewish man on the street, and they're just like, "Here you go, play with Sylvester Stallone," and he's like, "I fucking hate this shit."
No, this is Burgess Meredith. This man is a goddamn legend. He played the Joker. He played the Penguin in the Batman.
Oh, fuck, we talked about that.
That's right. So this is a legend,
Yeah.
Burgess Meredith. We got a real thespian here. But he's good. And yeah, you Latin lame brain. At least he didn't call him a Rocky a wop and a guinea like he did. But we get our classic. So that's pretty good. And so basically he goes, "I'm done with you. You're a bum. Don't get in my gym again."
Oh, yeah, because he comes in, and he's working at the gym, too.
Yeah.
And he doesn't want Rocky working there, because he's like, "You're way better than this."
People, and the guys don't respect him.
Yeah, and they're fucking laughing at it. I forgot what they did. Something with, like, the spit bucket.
Yeah, something. It was, they're because he has the dump on.
Yeah, they're just making a mockery of him.
Yeah, and he could beat the fuck out of him.
Yeah, and
too.
he has no spine right now because he's just like, my wife is pregnant, doesn't want me fighting, but also like I'm poor and I can't get work.
Yeah.
And I'm a loser and they're also making fun of me in the press. So like what the fuck is going on? And then he goes to the junkyard and he sells Polly his car.
Yeah, he's low,
Yeah, and he's like, Polly's like, "Do you need help?" And he's like, No, I don't need help.
Pride.
Yeah. And so then he just gives him the car. He's like, "Congratulations." And Polly's like, "Do you want to ride home?" He's like, "No, I'm good." And then he gets his little bouncy ball and he just walks off in his fedora and leather jacket.
Yeah, his pride. "No, I don't need a ride. I'm good."
It's all pride.
And he made probably a good chunk of change from that car. And Paulie's going to crash that fucking thing.
Where did Polly get the money?
Oh, no, he was
breaking skulls.
Yeah, but he was cracking fucking heads. He's working the street.
He's doing all of it.
He's like, he takes that car. "I got to make a stop, Rocky."
I do want to give Polly some credit, especially in this one. Like, he's being less of a douchebag.
Yeah.
And also, like, he was a wingman for him.
Yeah, he did. He helped rate. He got Adrian.
But he also, like, talks shit about his sister. Like, I can't remember which one it was, but he's, like, talking about Rocky boning his sister. And he's like, "Don't talk dirty about your sister."
Yeah, see, Rocky shows some respect. Yeah. Well, right, but he was not a good brother.
No, he's not a good brother, but, like, he's a less shitty human.
Yes, he is. But this is where the turn is. He's in the locker room. Mickey's like, "You're a bum. You can't fight anymore. I don't want you out of my gym." Some guy runs it. Well, hey. No, he was training, and he's not doing well. And Paulie was in there.
Oh.
He goes, "I'll talk to my sister." He goes, Paulie, just leave it alone.
Yeah. And
Paulie goes next door.
Well, and she's already trying to, like, carry like a bag of like pet food or something,
Yeah,
and she's
and
already
pregnant.
like she's like 8 months at this. She's not at the full 9, but she's getting there.
Yeah, she shouldn't be lifting heavy things.
Fuck no.
And she's lifting whatever rabbit food or whatever.
Yeah.
And Paulie gets in there being an asshole.
Oh yeah, this is.
Yeah, you get in his head, and she was holding a thing of food, and he slaps it out of her hand. I was like, "Whoa, calm the fuck down!"
Right, and then it's just like she just fucking buckles, and she's like, "Oh fuck!"
Yeah.
And then he's freaking out, not too much, and then someone runs into Mickey's, and he's like, "Yo, it's Adrian," and like,
she's in the hospital.
she's in the hospital. I have a lot of comments about this part. So
Go ahead.
they have the baby, right?
Yes, they have the baby.
And but Adrian unfortunately was hemorrhaging like real bad because the stress from Polly and everything and the manual labor and all this shit.
Yeah.
So Rocky comes in and she's in a coma.
Yeah.
And you could tell that he's just broken. Doesn't want to see his kid though, which I thought was very. I mean, he wanted to wait
together. I only want to see him when we're together.
Yeah, but also like we don't know how long Adrian was in the coma for. But Polly was hanging out with the kid.
Yeah, Paulie was good. Paulie did his job.
Yeah.
I mean, like he almost killed his sister.
Sure,
honest,
but like, yeah, that's part of his job.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she's in the coma. He's sitting bedside. Mickey's there. He's just praying the entire time.
That's what I love about Mickey.
Yeah.
He told me you're a bum. I don't want you out of
But
here.
he's still supportive.
He was there the whole time.
Yeah. Well, I feel like he's always hard on Rocky though because like
he wants the best out of him.
He's like, you're a fucking dipshit, but like it's out of love. And so they're praying and they're doing all this shit. And Rocky's reading to her.
I love
that.
that.
And he's trying to, so cute. And then, like, she just starts moving her hand. And he's like, oh, fuck. Remember that?
The most beautiful, one of the most beautiful moments.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And so she's up. And then they bring the baby in. And they're like, this fucking baby had so much fucking hair.
It looked like a monkey.
It looked like a little chia pet.
It did.
Like, it was like.
Yeah, it was very ape-like. It was a white baby.
But just a full head of just black Italian hair.
Yeah, it was full head.
The Italian
be like,
baby
hey,
stallion.
When this kid grows up, it's going to be trans.
Yeah,
you know, it's going to be crazy.
A little cold.
Yeah, and but yeah, in the third one we find out the kid's trans. But that's she's awake.
Was it?
The boy played in the third
right.
one.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
We're jumping ahead.
It's okay.
It don't matter.
I mean, I do this the entire time.
No, I just meant. But this is the scene.
Yes.
That
I have
gives
that
me
shirt.
chills. You do?
I almost wore it, but I cropped it too short.
Oh, you have with the scene on it?
No, with the words.
Oh, where she's in the bed and he's like, he's
I
on
don't
the
know
fence.
what to do. Yeah.
And she goes, this scene, I get chills. She goes, when? And then you hear the bell from the song Redemption, I believe. Oh,
yeah.
And then Mick, what does Mick say? Do you know? What are we waiting for? Let's beat this
He's
brain.
like been waiting the entire time.
Yeah, it's like, I've been dealing with this bullshit. You're crying, you asshole.
I feel like there are so many montages like that where like he's really not into it and then something happens.
Yeah.
But the fact that Adrian's like, okay, so like, yeah, you put me through all of this bullshit. I don't want to deal with it. I literally was in a coma.
Yeah.
Just go fucking win. Like, I'm over it. Just go do it. And then Rocky's like, fuck yeah, let's go. And
let's go.
And he's like killing it. He catches the chicken. His speed bag skills, insane. So good at jump rope. Everything's great. But then he's always running through the town.
Yeah.
And he like runs through the market with all the chickens.
Yeah.
And all the kids and people are like cheering him on. And then he's like racing all the kids. I'm going to tell you right now, if I was like training for something and there were fucking children running after, I would be so mad, but he loves it. And he's like, yeah. Community. I don't like children. So like having them chase me.
Yeah.
But then he like goes up the stairs and I always wonder like, how did they find all these children? Was it just like a school that they're just like, hey kids, you want to like go on a field trip today and hang out with Sylvester Stallone? Like it's only kids and they like go up to the top and they're just like, yeah. And he's like, fuck yeah.
Yeah, that's actually a beautiful scene. I love it. I get chills.
But if it was me, I wouldn't like that. I'd like it's beautiful to watch, but like if I was Rocky,
you got the city of brotherly love is on your side. These kids look up to you. You're their hero. Mm-hmm. That was beautiful. And then he turns around like, come keep chasing me.
Yeah.
And you really broke my heart. That's a beautiful scene.
No, I think the scene is beautiful, but it like if it was me.
Oh, it was you. Okay,
I don't like people watching me work out.
Okay, but I hear what you're saying. That I was inspired. That scene gives me chills. Mm-hmm. Going up the steps, all the kids following him. He's like their hero. Sorry, I'm getting emotional. Give me a minute.
What's that like?
It's you might be Drago.
Honestly,
we'll do that later. But
thank you. He has a great jawline.
He does very great. Yes, the roids will do that to you. But we'll get into that movie. But hey,
stay tuned.
We get the fight. in the city of brotherly love.
Yes.
And hey,
Creed is fucking live. He's so fucking ready to go.
Oh, I love that scene. Creed in the Josh is my what's that? Who's the guy that we love? The trainer. I really fucked this up. Tony. Josh is like my Tony for Creed. Like he's taping up his hands. He's all. I love Creed. Yeah, he's like
he's hyping it up.
He goes, yeah. Every woman wants you. Every man wants to beat you. You're the best champ. And Josh does that to me before the show.
I can see that. I think when I walked in a little bit late, there was a moment that I
he's taping up my hands. And every man wants you. Everyone wants you. And I was like, yeah, I like that.
He's like applying Bengay on you because you're old.
No, I don't use.
I love Bengay.
That's your old man reference.
I had to sprinkle it in there.
That's okay. No.
You always mention your 42.
It's okay. So. I have prostate cancer and I'm dying. So I'll be dead in a week.
Well, that's okay.
That's okay. But no, I was working at the pet store and my brother yelled at me. Yeah, I love it. Yeah, I love Tony.
He's
Josh
is the biggest fucking hype man.
Oh, he's great. Yeah. It's his trainer. And then Rocky's praying. He's got the Philadelphia 76ers pennant in the bathroom and. Yeah, they're focused. They're ready to go. And, I mean, there's... Apollo doesn't get all showy in this one. Like, in the last one...
It's more like vengeance.
Vengeance,
and people are way more jacked about Rocky. But also, it's very interesting because before every fight, Rocky's always, like, cool, calm, collected. Like, he's just like, this is work.
Yeah.
And then Creed's like, nah, like a fucking crackhead.
Yeah, Creed was, this was revenge.
Holly gave him a sno cone, I think, is what happened.
He wants snow cone, a black guy.
Is this the one where his robe is shorter and he's like, is this too short?
Yeah, yes, that was, And he looked good. I thought he looked good. You show off those legs.
Yeah, he looked great. It wasn't as baggy as the first one.
Yeah, let's see some quads there.
And the quad father.
Yeah, I like quad father. Yeah. But this fight, this is, Creed's not coming out dressed like Ben Franklin. I mean, he's out ready to fight.
He's fucking...
Yeah, you go down and boom. Like, the glove thing. This fight, look, this is we know typical Rocky. He's going to get beat up a little bit.
He will not go down.
No,
he literally without a fight.
Well, there you go.
Is that where that comes from?
But when you fight Rocky, we know that at the beginning, he gets knocked around quite a bit.
Oh, yeah.
He's a late round guy.
Yep. And Mickey's always like, what the fuck are you doing? He's like, I know what I'm doing. I have a plan. And Mickey's like, what the fuck are you doing?
Oh, yeah. That's the plan. You fight right. You fight, and then
until
you surprise him.
Yeah.
And then you keep going. So you get a little beating. You might lose some points.
Sure.
But there's a great scene with Apollo where he's winding up. You ready? You ready? You ready? He winds up and then boom. Like, I mean, I just love Creed.
And like Rocky's trying to get him in the ribs.
Yeah.
Creed's trying to get him in the eye. Like, they both have each other's weak spots and they're just like, this is happening right now.
Yeah.
And at one point, they're just covered in blood. Like, there's just blood everywhere on this ring.
You see the ref, too?
No. But their shorts were just...
Oh, no, the ref was like... I mean, he looked like Ted Bundy. It was pretty bad.
Maybe it was Ted.
No, he wasn't as cute. But...
True. Very true.
But, yeah, this was war out there.
Yeah.
And... it was beaten, and Rocky, he went down a few times, but you get the number 7, he gets back up.
Yep.
And then this is when my man... Oh, wait, no, we say something before the fight. This is one of my favorite lines. The two announcers before the fight, they're like, oh, I've never seen so many Italians in one room in my life. And the guy's like, cancel culture in the 70s. Like, well, you said that. You said that.
And then you have the fucking mob boss.
Yeah, it's like, wait, you're in Philadelphia. You've never seen so many Italians.
Yeah, no.
You ever hear of Frank Sinatra shows? I mean, it's like, I don't know. It was like, whatever. They always got to take a cheap shot at us, But no, it was funny. It's like, what are you, an idiot?
They beat him up in the alleyway after.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah,
and they extortion and took over their businesses. And
they just shoved a chunk of Parmesan down his throat.
Yes.
Don't fucking say that.
That's right. Or a rat or something. But I don't know. I just thought it was funny. But it was, they go into the fight. And Rocky, time to go left.
Oh, yeah. And he flips it on him. But I have, when they're fighting, like, towards the end, you know that scene in Wolf of Wall Street where Leo takes the lewd and he's trying to get out of the car and he's like crawling out. This is where they got inspo.
Oh, really? A little bit, yeah.
Well, yeah, no, I made that part up, but it's like very similar. They're literally just like at this point, and I think one of the announcers just makes a comment about that because they're both fucking struggling. They're like, these guys are just fucking completely done.
Oh yeah, well you look at Apollo. Yeah, he is like whiffy. Oh, you could tell he's gassed.
Oh yeah, they both are too. Yeah. And then I feel like Rocky always gets like a second wind and he'll like do something, but in this one it was just very like I watched this. every year, and I'm still always like anxious of like what's gonna happen.
That's what's great about these movies.
Yeah.
They still keep
like,
the attention.
Oh yeah. And then it's kind of a race against the clock on that one.
Yep.
With the very last punch.
This is the last round.
Yep.
And Rocky then goes southpaw.
Don't they hit each other and they both go down?
Yeah, but this is before. They go.
Right,
he goes southpaw, and then boom.
And then everyone's like shocked out of their fucking minds.
Yeah, and Apollo's gassed. He can barely keep his head up. He's like, whoa, whoa. And then Rocky takes a swing. Both go down.
Yep.
Nothing you see.
And it's
before.
like the slow-mo twisting, like.
They can't get up. These guys are done.
Yeah, and you think at one point Creed's gonna get up because he's getting there.
He's
climbing up on the rope, and then Rocky's like trying to get there, and then everyone's yelling, and I'm yelling, and then Creed just buckle. Like it was literally just so close.
Well, keep in mind it was they're counting the 10, and if there's tension, that 10 seconds felt like 2 minutes. But the point is, like if they both stayed down, Creed would have won because he had the points for the decision. So Rocky, you just get up, you win this.
Can you imagine if all of the Rockies were literally just rematches between Creed and Rocky?
No,
and
thank
every
God
year
they did it.
They just keep doing it.
They did it because Sylvester Stallone is a goddamn genius, and he's
so
creative.
Smart.
Yeah, keep in mind, guys, he wrote and directed this.
Like
movie.
he said.
Yeah,
it may talk slow.
He did
but
great.
He's not slow.
But they're climbing the ropes.
Yeah.
And was it 2-3 seconds apart? Rocky gets up.
Yeah.
Boom. Dun, 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 dun.
Was it this one where he does like he's doing his little speech at the end? He's like, outside of my son being born, this is the best day of my life. And I'm like, bro, what about your wedding?
Well,
but then he
follows that up.
Yeah,
I thought that too. But even though I've seen it 100 times, I'm like, oh, Adrian's watching at home in her little red dress.
She like doesn't give a fuck.
There's like a pile of Paulie's empty Miller Lights all over which I love.
They're just nursing the baby.
And she has her little eyes watering. And he goes, other than my son being born, it's the greatest night of my life. But then, this goes out to my wife.
Adrian.
Adrian, we won.
I did it.
Oh, God. My heart's chilling.
I just got chills again.
I know. Look at me.
Yeah.
I play the song.
Yeah.
And I... That's the movie, guys. Rocky won. He won fair and square, and
Creed was a good sport about it too.
This time he is.
Yeah, he was just like, okay, you earned it.
You've earned it, and we get into 3, which we do before, and leads into that.
Some camaraderie.
But yeah, Creed goes, hey. In the end, hey, and then he learns to live with losing. Which, guys, watch number 3.
Yeah,
we'll put it in the
humble
comments.
yourself.
Yeah, I'll pin it. But yeah, these Allie. That's the movie.
That's the movie. That's showbiz, baby. No one ever saw the chicken again.
No, the chicken is chicken palm. Right at this point.
Oh yeah, there we go.
Yeah, I do because when you
that was his victory dinner.
Oh hell yeah! Get some good chicken palm. Get some manigot.
Yeah. Mickey made himself some matzo ball soup with some chicken in it, but then saved the rest for the parm.
We find out Rocky tree that Paulie is Jew.
And the tree. Oh yeah.
3. Sorry, I'm speaking Italian.
I was like, why are we talking about gardens right now?
No.
Stupid.
But Allie, that is Rocky 2, The Secret of the Ooze, and Sylvester Stallone
did it again.
He did it again.
This is,
and I'll say this before we close out. Sylvester Stallone is a great screenwriter, and director.
He's a fucking genius.
Yeah, these movies. I mean,
like he could be tacky, but he's so fucking smart.
Yeah.
I love him.
Well, that's the Rocky has to be. He's like a guy from there. You know.
Well, it's also if you come from nothing and it's like, fuck yeah, I'm going to do all this shit.
That's why Rockies are inspiring. Guy, know what he believes in.
The underdog.
He's the underdog and came back, and he might have been the underdog in this fight with Creed.
No, he was because he was being publicly humiliated.
Yeah.
And he was a failure because he couldn't even get a job.
Yeah.
And they're just like, you literally got fired from packaging meat and mopping up a floor.
Which is hard work.
It is.
Yes.
Yeah, we've all been there.
But let me tell you something. Give you a hint, guys, if you watch our episode with Allie, Rocky 3. Let's just say the money problems are going to be over for a little bit.
Just a little bit, though.
A
not
little
forever.
bit. We soften that tough boy up. But Allie, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
Rocky 2. And you're our official Rocky person.
I love Rocky.
I do too. It's
so much.
One of my favorite movies, and And we'll see Allie again
soon
after I go poop. Ladies, thank you so much for watching Feel the Jokes. This is Allie Copes. I'm Geof Piccarreta.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yes.
Woohoo.